Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to the Comic Book Bullies with Nerd is a New Bully. I'm your host, Leroy, with my co-host.
This is Eli, y'all.
Yep, and we are back with another episode. And Eli, like I said, there's a lot of shit that happened this week.
I'm totally exhausted.
Yeah, I mean, just like in our lives and in nerd news and just regular news. You're exhausted. I'm exhausted. But hey, we're here. We're going to crank another podcast. So y'all can listen to us while y'all get through the rest of the bullshit going on through your week. Because that is what we're here for. Trying to think when I'm going to start this thing off. Obviously, Eli, there's a big thing going on with Tumblr right now.
Oh, rest in peace, Tumblr.
Well, no. Tumblr's not dying. Well, not really.
It pretty much probably will, though.
It probably will, but for those that don't know what's going on, and like I said, I never go on Tumblr, but now I feel like I should have. Apparently, they're changing their guidelines, but they're getting rid of NSF, not safe for work, porn. They're getting rid of that shit.
Pretty much, yeah.
Pretty much. So all you deviants that like to look at weird shit on the internet, I guess a lot of times Tumblr is where that shit was. So, yeah, rest in peace to that side of Tumblr, which will pretty much disappear Tumblr altogether. But have no fear. Someone is coming to the rescue.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is it's well, go ahead. I'll go ahead.
Okay. And, Eli, guess who's coming to the rescue?
Everybody? Twitter?
No. The person that always comes to the rescue. Pornhub.
Oh, well, yeah, and that's what I was about to say. It's like you could get free porn anyways. You know?
That's true. You could just go to Pornhub, but I guess Tumblr had different stuff that Pornhub didn't.
I guess it was more social. Yeah, I guess it was more like Facebook with porn. I guess.
And I guess Pornhub wants to collect that side of it also. So, hey, I'm pretty sure if you was into that shit on Tumblr, you was already on Pornhub anyway. So,
yeah.
knock
I mean,
yourself out.
I don't have a profile on Pornhub or nothing. I mean, I guess you could do that though.
Yeah, I hate to judge people, but I really think the creepiest people in the world are the ones that make comments on Pornhub videos. Like, you had to take time to, make an account, comment, critique a video. I'm like, okay, you're another side of creepy,
I'm so like, I don't know what it is, if I'm just getting old or whatever it is, but I'm like reverting back to like a 12-year-old where I don't even need that much anymore. I just like a pic. A still pic does it for me now. like there's so much shit out there that's just maybe it's the oversaturation of like everything. It's like, man, I just need a chick smiling at me. Shit.
But see, we're from the older generation where we could get by on imagination.
Yeah, I don't need all the crap that you can get in all the different categories and shit they got.
Well,
nowadays.
See, now they have so many like really weird categories that almost make you scared to go on Pornhub because you're scared you're gonna click the wrong thing.
Yeah, it's just like
what is he doing with that dog? Oh no, I didn't want to see that. I don't want to see that shit.
Yeah, you got the fucking all this anime and all the cartoon porn, and
that's the other level of creepiness. Okay, the Pornhub comments are creepy, but the hentai they have. Oh, those guys came out too. They're like, hey, come to our side. I don't even know who the fuck those guys are. So there's some kind of hentai anime porn site that all of a sudden their numbers have started spiking up ever since Tumblr shit went on. Yeah, they've been trending on Twitter, so I'm like, okay.
Some wild shit out there. I just been, like I said, reverting back to my 12-year-old self. Or just like all I need is just that one folded up, crumpled piece of paper.
Right.
The one pic that you found like out in the park.
Look, all I needed was Jet Beauty of the Week. That's all I needed. I don't need this weird shit with animals and goats and dogs and shit. And clowns and whatever the fuck they're else into.
Cosplay, video game porn and shit,
Right.
Seeing some big giant anime chick with giant tits fucking an alien or whatever.
Right. The generation, like 100 years from now, they're going to look at this shit that we're doing like, what the fuck were they into? I'm sorry. Yeah, man. We're weird as fuck. That's probably why we got hit by meteors and shit, because they found out what the fuck we were doing. So I don't know. I think we talked about porn long enough. Or is that even a thing? Can we move on to the next part of the podcast?
Sure.
Cool. Now we're gonna move into, for those familiar with the comic book bullies. Now we're gonna dive into the box office numbers and the box office numbers that none of us have really paid attention to right now, but eventually we will. So as of right now, Eli, give it to me. What was number one this week?
You know what? I have no idea. I've been so busy, I didn't even pay attention.
Okay,
Is anything new out this week?
Uh,
Advanced screenings. I know there was
no.
advanced screenings of shit.
Okay, since we don't really give a shit about the box office, let's talk about that for a second. Okay, so well, advanced screening for what? What?
Wasn't like the Spider-Man premiere this weekend and
I
shit? Or
think
something?
so, or was it or was the week before?
Something. I
don't know. Anyway, just like that Aquaman shit they were doing, they were also, I think, PlayStation or somebody was doing that with Sony. I mean, with
Okay.
Spider-Man, where they would give me like free tickets and advance tickets and stuff like that. So, a bunch of people saw it. People flipping out, saying it's the greatest movie of all time, blah, 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 whatever like that. Okay, that's cool. Look, I found out a theater that has the Aquaman movie in advance, the screen tickets.
Yeah.
And I know how to get the tickets.
Okay.
Okay,
Are
so
you gonna go?
no, I can't. Just because I
I
said I know
can't
where it's
either.
at
I
don't
gotta
mean it's anywhere close to me.
I got a show that night. I was like gonna go,
Yeah.
but then I was like, I'm playing a show that night, so now I can't go. So.
Well, see, here's the thing, and I'm gonna tell all of you, for those that don't know what's going on, because like I said, I've dug into it, done the research. So if I can't go, you go in my, in my honor or some shit. So apparently on December the 15th, all over the country, Aquaman is going to be playing at 7:00 for those that have Amazon Prime accounts. Now, here's how you do with the Amazon Prime accounts. You can actually go on Amazon or Aquaman's website or some bullshit. There's a way you can go on there, and if you sign into your Amazon account, I think to Atom.com, you're like, well, it's some ticket site. It's a ticket site you sign into. If you sign into your Amazon account, that's how you get access to the December 15 premiere. You gotta order it in advance.
Okay.
If you go there, then you can go there at 7:00 and do it. Now, here's the thing. Like I said, I live in bumfuck Mississippi, so obviously nothing is close to me. However, I did find one an hour and 20 minutes away from me. And I thought about it, Eli. I really thought about it. I even told a friend of mine, and they were like, is it really that fucking serious? And I wanted to say, yes. But, I didn't want to go there. I was like, nah, you're right. It's not. And in my head, I'm like, yes, it is that fucking serious. So, but the reason I'm not going is because I get off work at 5:15. So I had to do the math in my head.
Oh,
Yeah. I'm like, fuck. 5:15, hour and 20 minutes. I had to leave directly here. And of course, at that time in my city, that's when traffic is the busiest. I have to drive directly there, and hopefully I can get there in time. And hopefully my seat isn't taken for some internet bullshit that might have happened. I'm like, gonna miss it. Oh well. But I just want to do it just to brag, Eli. That's all. See,
yeah.
I'm in my safe space now. I can say, when you're in the real world, you can't say you take this shit this seriously. I'm in my safe space. I take this shit this seriously.
Yeah.
If I was off that day where I got off at 4 o'clock,
I would have went. Like I would have went, but I can't.
Yeah. I would have took my ass there. If I got off at 4 o'clock, I would have took my ass there. I would have been driving an hour and 20 minutes to go see Jason Momoa shirtless. Yes, I would have done it. But fuck it.
Posting on Facebook.
Exactly. He's gonna have
checking in.
Right. Like, first they're gonna be like, why the fuck is he out there that far? Okay. Oh, box office. No. Oh yeah, Eli gave it to me. It's no new movie. I'll give you a hint. Same movie
Is
last
it
year.
Wreck-It Ralph 2 or whatever?
Yes, Wreck-It Ralph 2. Ralph rapes what? Fuck it.
Rape.
Yeah.
Ralph rapes the.
That's part 3. Whenever it comes out. Number 2, we have Dr. Seuss The Grinch. We have 3, Creed 2. We have look, it was the same bullshit that was last week. Let's move past that.
It sounds like it's the same.
I'm looking at it like nothing.
Did anybody go to the movies this week?
Nobody went to the movies. That's all it was. Let's talk about some other shit. Aquaman, from what I'm hearing, has debuted in China already, and has already grossed 94 million. So they already got 94 million in the bank right now.
That's because James Wan directed it. That's why.
Oh, you saying it's they're pandering to the Chinese market? They probably James Wan's Aquaman.
Yeah.
From the visionary James Wan. Let's talk about James Wan for a second, man. James Wan is like made a name for himself. Let's see. Okay, he started the Saw franchise,
Yeah, he's pretty much The Conjuring,
The Conjuring. So he started the
Insidious.
franchise. He made the good not Fantastic Four, Fast and the Furious movies. At this point, they're the same shit. Doesn't matter. But he basically put them on the map with the movies he was making. He made the one where Paul Walker died. Still made $1 billion after that. So, that being said, let me get triggered. You already know where I'm going. I don't care. I gotta go here. All right, let's talk about Venom. Let's see where Venom is.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Venom has currently crossed 851 million. It's 150 million away from $1 billion. Marvel movie wise, it is ranked 27. I'm not gonna go down the list, or maybe I will go down. Adjusted, I don't know. It's up there. Yes, it is. I don't even want to say this shit. It is the 11th highest grossing Marvel movie of all time.
That's hilarious.
And by next week, it should catch Thor Ragnarok, which will put it number 10. Venom. Fucking Venom. Fuck this Chromebook. I'm about to throw this shit. No, I'm not. Okay. I've been triggered enough. Let me drink my water. This shit really irritating.
No, I find it hilarious. It's like why the Transformers make that much money.
Right, they keep making this money, but the movies fucking suck. Like, why?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just Venom just keep climbing. Like, it's okay. That's what I want to see. How far is it away from Spider-Man: Homecoming? Oh shit, it's 30 million away from Spider-Man: Homecoming.
That's a lot of money. Do you think they'll catch it? I mean, how long? The thing's on digital like next week or some shit.
And they don't care. It keeps going. But here's the thing. Okay, Spider-Man: Homecoming 880 million worldwide, but Spider-Man 3, which is the highest grossing Spider-Man movie of all time, is 890 million. So if it catches Homecoming, it might as well catch. Oh shit, that's loud as fuck. It might as well catch. New subscriber, cool. I'll talk about that in a second. So it might as well catch Spider-Man: Homecoming also, which would make it the highest grossing Spider-Man movie of all time.
And he ain't even in it.
And he's not even in the movie. What the fuck, man? I hate everybody. I hate all of you. All right. Anything else get me triggered? Let's talk about some good shit. Want to talk about the Oscars? Fuck
Sure.
the Oscars. Nah. Let's talk about Avengers.
Yeah, we could talk about that.
Yeah, let's actually talk about that. Let's talk about some shit that actually people care about. Instead of porn and Venom making $1 billion, you know. All right, so apparently, like I said, Eli, I don't have to eat any more cheeseburgers. I don't have to eat any more roaches. Or I didn't eat any roaches, but I don't have to eat roaches or glass or whatever the fuck y'all was saying I have to do now because the trailer is finally out. Now, I was only a week behind, so technically I'm not going to count it because I have a weak grace period. Technically, I'm always right. So, the trailer dropped. They gave us a name. The name of the trailer is Endgame. For those that don't know, both Eli and I did reaction videos on it.
My first one ever. I never did one before.
He first one ever. I'm starting to get into the reaction video thing, starting to figure it out. And now, Eli, give me before we talk about the trailer, let's talk about your reaction video experience. Because I know a lot of you listeners probably want to get into the game also because monkey see, monkey do. So, Eli, give us your experience on reaction video. What you think about it?
Well, it took me all day to get it on the fucking internet. I filmed it on my phone, which proved to be probably the dumb thing to do. Because I didn't know how much of a pain in the ass it was going to be to get it off my phone onto my laptop to edit it.
Well, let me ask you this. What kind of do you have a MacBook?
No, I have an Asus, just a crappy Asus.
What kind of phone do you have? You have an iPhone?
And I got a Samsung.
Okay. I was saying if you had an iPhone and you had a MacBook, it'd actually be like super duper simple. But yeah, you had
I plugged it in. I figured, transfer the files, but for some reason it wasn't working. So then I thought, well, I'll upload it to Google Drive. So I did that, and it took forever. The file was so huge that it took like an hour just to transfer it to Google Drive, and then I couldn't get it off of Google Drive because for some reason I didn't have the app to download my file from Google Drive, which I thought was really weird. It's like, really? I can't download my file? Is that what it's for? I got to download another app to download my file.
Wait, you trying to download it to your computer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no app. You just got to go to the actual website, drive.com, .google, whatever.
Whatever. Yeah, whatever it was, I finally got it on my computer and I was able to edit it. But that took like a couple hours, like 2-3 hours of fucking around with shit.
Damn.
Yeah. And then after that, it was like, once for 5 minutes, it took like 2 hours to do 5 minutes of work.
Welcome to YouTube.
Yeah.
That's why you see me doing any of those damn bully cast breakdown videos as much as you used to see. Like, this shit takes for fucking ever, man, for like 4 minutes.
Yeah, once I got it on there and my, I started editing it. That was like, because it's just there was no cuts other than just dropping the little trailer into the little frame, and then adding my little outro, which got cut off. It was like really quick, and then it was all just rendering and exporting. It took forever.
Yep.
And then get it on YouTube.
Right, you got uploaded
another hour just to upload it to YouTube and shit. So
all I can tell you is that it gets easier at the time. It was like when my reaction video, I actually did it before work. So I actually had everything cut, everything created. The only thing is I bought a brand new camera and I didn't realize that it was a 4K camera. So it started rendering in 4K. So it took forever to download. I'm like, oh shit, I did it by accident. If I did it like in regular, like I normally would, I would have had the whole thing up before I went to work. So I rendered it, came back after work 6 hours later or 8 hours later, whenever. Everybody already had the reaction videos up, so I missed all that time. And I finally got it up, and yeah.
Well, yeah, mine wasn't up. I woke up at like 7:30. That's around when I recorded it.
Yeah, you woke me up. It's like, dude, here's the video. I'm like, oh shit, let me. Soon that's why I woke up like, oh fuck, let me get this shit knocked out.
Yeah, and then so I recorded I did my shit at like 7:30, and it didn't get up till like 3. So yeah,
like,
so it was like an all-day thing.
Right. Meanwhile, you doing all this shit. Other reaction videos just popping up left and right.
Yeah, there's like Kevin Smith, fucking and Grace Randolph, and all that had their shit up.
Right, all they had the shit ready, Fuck them. They probably had the video 2 nights ago and just now uploading it.
Yeah, no shit.
Right. But we're working our ass off. That being said, while we're talking about some shit no one cares about, can we just talk about the trailer?
The actual trailer?
Yeah. Okay. So Eli, we'll start off. What'd you think about the trailer?
Well, like I said in my, if you like to hear me, my reaction video, I say,
shameless plug.
But I thought it was really, I thought it was kind of sad and depressing. We're seeing our heroes dealing with the shit from Infinity Wars. But essentially that's kind of all we needed. Did we ever really need a trailer? I think Infinity War was the trailer for Avengers 4.
Yeah.
Like we weren't going to see this shit we weren't going to see this shit. No.
Right.
So it's like, but just to see those character moments, those human moments of our favorite heroes, of the Avengers, that it totally worked, because that's what Marvel does. It makes us give a shit about the humanity of these characters and seeing them mourn the losses. And then, of course, the Ant-Man at the end sort of lightened the mood.
Yeah, because it was like super depressing before Ant-Man popped up.
Yeah. Fucking Captain America crying. I'm like, oh, man, what the fuck?
I'm sorry. I think in the theater, I think people going to lose it when that happens.
Yeah.
Like, it's one thing to see it on a trailer, but when you actually see it played out on the screen.
I know, man. It's okay. If Captain America's crying, then shit's fucked up.
Right.
That's not good. Things aren't good if Captain America is crying.
Right.
Mr. I can do this all day is crying. I'm like, oh, shit. What the fuck now?
Because he's at the breaking point. He's about to give up. You're like, oh, no. Captain America can't quit. Captain America can't give up. Because that's how you know shit is fucked up. You're right.
Yeah, man. Mr. You move. I'm staying right here.
Right.
Like, oh man. So that was my big takeaway. It was like seeing Captain America cry. I'm like, oh shit. But yeah, Ant-Man lightened the mood. So yeah.
Yeah, because that shit was depressing until Ant-Man popped up. So I'm glad he popped up in there. Just some little things that I just saw in the trailer. Like I said, I thought the trailer was awesome. Also, just the stuff that was giving us, everything was just pretty much dealing with the aftermath of what happened. You know, everybody looking sad, depressed. Thanos just like retired, don't give a shit anymore.
Just live on a farm and smoke weed and shit.
Right. You
Asshole.
you got Banner looking at the dead people and stuff like that. And for most people didn't see this, or some people did, Shuri was on that list of people that were dead. You know, you showed Spider-Man, but they also showed Shuri also. So like, oh damn, that's fucked up. Thor got his Eminem "Lose Yourself" 8 Mile hoodie on.
Yeah. Those memes popped up. I was laughing my ass off.
Right, but they added the hoodie. He didn't have a hoodie on in the video. Somebody added that shit. But it's cool. The Tony Stark shit was fucking depressing, man.
Yeah.
Just him talking to because you remember like when he left in Infinity War, when he left to go to space to fight Thanos shit like that, Friday cut off on him. So he doesn't have Friday, he doesn't have Pepper, he didn't have anything.
Yeah, I was about to say, who was all up there with them? Because all the Guardians disappeared, right?
Nebula, that's it.
Except for Rocket, who was on Earth.
Right.
Yeah, I was like, Doctor Strange, everybody disappeared except Nebula.
Right. And the thing is, like, and they show in the clip, the trailer, Nebula is on this ship at one time.
I guess.
What the fuck happened?
Yeah. She ditched him too or something?
Obviously, she ditched him. You're like, I'm out. I don't know you.
Did he eat her or something?
Right.
Or she's like all robot too or something.
Right. He just ate the good parts. That's all. Oh, so really, really fucked up. He went 4 days without food and water? Can you do that?
Yeah, you can. You can go a while.
Okay, I guess.
Without food, water.
Well, not oxygen, because he said oxygen's going to be gone by tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that's.
He's just basically all by himself, dying. So.
Like, that shit was fucking depressing, man. Oh, I know you heard the news. Even before you sent this to me, I already saw it trending on Twitter. About how people had been bombarding NASA on Twitter.
Yeah.
Been asking NASA to save Tony Stark. Please save Tony Stark. Please save Mr. Stark. Now, for those that's reading the fake tweet, NASA has not responded.
Yeah.
Whatever the thing you saw.
Nor should they.
Right. Like, we're not using that
money
to
give Bill Maher another reason to start bitching about comic
Exactly. Like, see, this is the shit I was talking about. That's what Bill Maher's going to say.
You stupid bastards. You dumb motherfuckers.
And then I even saw them even go even further. I saw them contact Elon Musk. Like, since NASA won't respond, Elon Musk, can you save Tony Stark? Now, the funny thing is, Elon Musk probably should respond because he was actually in Iron Man 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was when they was in Monte Carlo or wherever the fuck they were. So he's in the MCU, But I'm gonna give everybody a spoiler. And if you don't want to hear this, cover your ears. But if you listen to this podcast, fuck it, we're gonna talk about it anyway. Here's the thing: Tony Stark will not die in space. I guarantee you. If he dies in space, I will eat another cheeseburger. But I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why it actually makes sense, and I'm gonna break this down for you. Okay. So now, Doctor Strange spared Tony's life, right? Stopped Thanos from chopping his head off or whatever he was gonna do. Okay. Yeah. So obviously, Doctor Strange saw the future, and obviously Tony Stark has something particular that must be done with him to save the universe. Now, if he just dies alone, drifting off in space for no fucking reason, obviously it's not part of Doctor Strange's future that he saw. So Tony Stark will get rescued. How? We don't know. Carol Danvers, Pepper Potts, Rocket Raccoon, Quasar, Superman, I don't know. Whatever the fuck he will, Green Lantern, he will be saved.
Adam Warlock.
Right. James Gunn. We keep going down the list.
That was the thing, that was watching that shit.
Yeah.
That which hit me. I was like, oh shit, he's all stranded out in space. Who can rescue him? The Guardians? oh no, they can't.
Right.
And I was like, oh man,
Because they're all
I-
dead. That's right.
like damn, who is gonna fucking rescue his ass?
Right. So yeah, somebody rescue him, so he'll be fine. Oh, maybe not. He'll get killed maybe some other way, but he won't get killed like that. Hawkeye. Hawkeye is
Oh, yeah.
fucking pissed now. We see him a bunch of dead Yakuza Japanese gangsters, and now he's the Ronin. You know. I was gonna go into whole detail about who Ronin is, but I don't feel like doing this shit right now. We'll talk about it later on. We'll talk about when the movie comes out. Anyway, he's fucking pissed. We don't know why, but we do know that as soon as Cap said, we lost friends, we lost family, and that's when they cut to Ronin. So, big speculation, his family was probably off to some shit like that, you know. What else did I see in the trailer? What else did I see in the trailer? I think that's pretty much the most of it. Like I said, I tried to pick apart as much meat as possible. Pretty much it. Ant-Man at the end, he's back. How did he get out of the quantum realm? Probably the same way he did last time he got stuck in there. Maybe. You know. One thing that is noticeable that he's driving in Louis' van. Now, notice that van, if anybody's seen Ant-Man and the Wasp, especially the after credit scene, that van was outfitted with some kind of quantum realm time vortex bullshit or whatever. You know, quantum, whatever. So he has that van. So obviously that van is going to play in the time or something like that. And it was also when Michelle Pfeiffer Wasp said, avoid the time vortex, blah, blah, blah. So this seems like its years have been passed. Especially when he says, remember me a few years ago when you saw me. Now, Ant-Man and the Wasp didn't take place years after Civil War. It took place maybe like 9 months or some shit like that. You know, so he's saying, I saw you years ago. So years have passed, and you can tell years have passed. The grass hadn't been cut in the Avengers compound. Nobody's working there. So some time has passed, and then maybe what Ant-Man has done, he may have cut through the time vortex to get there, and maybe like 5 years passed, some shit like that, and now that's where he is, you know. But here's the thing, Eli. What I'm thinking, like, we're looking at all this time has passed by from Infinity War to this. I don't think Thanos saved us. I think he might have turned us into some kind of apocalyptic Mad Max future, and that may be what's going on. That's why Hawkeye's just out there just wilding the fuck out, because it's pretty much a lawless state now.
Did he invent the wastelands? Are they tying that in there?
Maybe so. Maybe we have Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I smell a mid-season. This is what they're going to deal with. The whole shit, they're just going to be in some kind of apocalyptic wasteland. That's going to be their whole season 6 or 7 or whatever the fuck they got going on. So they're going to explain. And they're going to be a whole bunch of other shows popping up in between saying, oh, you know what, this is going to be Old Man Logan. That's what the fuck this is. I know you just said it, but it just finally, light bulb just went off in my head. That's actually kind of genius, but they probably didn't even think of that. Damn it, Eli, you're always giving better plot details, better than the movie.
Trademark it here.
Right. You did this shit on Geek Sav too, but what the fuck? The last episode you gave some plot detail that was better than the actual movie that came out, but I can't remember what it was. Chucky, that's what it was.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah, Chucky. You said he was going to be some kind of AI or some shit they're going to tie it in because they weren't going to do voodoo.
That's what I was wondering, because I went to that website and they said that the new Chucky doll is going to be like mobile compatible with all mobile devices and shit. I'm like, wait, is Chucky going to be a robot instead of like a voodoo possessed doll?
Right, like an evil Alexa or some shit. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, well, shit. Well, then Chucky might go all Ultron and shit.
Not going to happen, Eli. Not going to happen. So you're going to go through the movie, you're going to be completely disappointed because your plot is better than what the movie actually came up with. Congratulations.
Okay, then if that don't happen, then I'll eat a cheeseburger.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, but like I said, awesome trailer. They didn't give us anything, but they kind of did give us something. Honestly, at this point, we're just begging for anything, just anything.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like there was no big epic battle or action sequences, and they didn't need to. They just needed to show the characters dealing with the bullshit that they've had to deal with.
Right. And it's funny because Captain Marvel had all that bullshit, action and Super Saiyans and all that shit. Nobody gave a fuck. But Avengers does nothing. They're just sitting around moping, crying and shit. And they'd be like, oh, it's the highest viewed trailer in the last 24 hours of any trailer of all time.
That's
And they don't even do shit.
That's what Marvel's been able to do, man. You
Why
make
is
this
not Saturday Night Live like spoof this shit or some shit like that? Like the
Yeah.
Avengers, we just sit around crying, and it makes 1 billion views just over that shit. You know,
Yeah,
I don't know. Awesome.
they got us in the bag.
They got us. Okay, can we move on past that?
Sure.
Okay, yeah. It's like I said, Avengers, awesome trailer. Y'all gonna see it. Cool. Let's talk about the Oscars. Oscars got a whole bunch of bullshit going on.
We weren't going to, but okay. Well, we got to because of the picture.
We got to just plug the picture in some kind of way. All right, so we're gonna talk about the Oscars, and the reason we're talking about the Oscars because we know, well, first off, the Golden Globes has nominated Black Panther for 3 awards, and apparently it's the first time a Marvel movie has ever been nominated for any of those awards, so that's kind of a big deal. And then a lot of times, if the Golden Globes are announcing those awards, then of course you know that Black Panther's already been nominated for Oscar awards anyway. Anyway, what we
practice Oscars,
yeah. So what we're talking about here is Kevin Hart. Why are we talking about this on Comic Book Podcast? Because we fucking feel like it. We do what we want to do. But anyway, he's apparently got under fire because of some homophobic stuff he said 2009, 2010, time's not clear, anything like that. And it finally came back to bite him in the ass for the Oscars. Apparently what I'm hearing is that the Oscars actually gave him a chance to apologize. He declined to apologize. And that just kind of made the situation worse. So eventually on Twitter, he eventually apologized anyway and stepped down. So the way I feel about this, Eli, I feel like he should have did one or the other. If you're gonna, because like I said, it's the Oscars. This is gonna be the biggest moment of his career. This kind of would have cemented him, in the Hall of Fame of whatever, And I feel like if he wanted to stick by his guns and make sure he wanted to play the Oscars, because every comedian wants to do that, he should have either apologized early and just got the bullshit out the way so he can do the Oscars, or if he want to stick by his guns and is gonna step down anyway, don't apologize. Because shit, you said this shit already. It's out there. You can't walk it back. So, and the reason he said he didn't apologize is because he's saying he apologized early before for that stuff he said earlier, which nobody can actually find the apology, but he said he did it. So, I don't know. That's how I feel about it. I think it's kind of fucked up. I will say this, Eli. I will say this. Now, everybody's saying that it was a homophobic tweet or some shit. It wasn't a tweet. This ain't a James Gunn situation, even though it's very, very similar to what James Gunn did. It was actually a stand-up routine he did. And I remember the stand-up routine, and I remember the stand-up routine when he did it, the year he did it. And even when I heard the joke, I was like, maybe you shouldn't say that. Because that's the thing, he's a comedian. Comedians walk the line. That's what comedians always do. They push the boundaries. And being a comedian, sometimes you're going to cross that boundary. It happens all the time. But we live in a world now where if you cross that boundary, they will eat your ass alive for whatever you say, whatever you do, no matter how long ago you did it. And that's what's happening now. I'm hearing now they need a replacement, and they're saying they don't know what replacement they're going to get, and they're thinking maybe they should get Eddie Murphy. I'm like, hold the fuck up. You can't do Eddie Murphy for a number of reasons.
Where the fuck has he been?
Eddie Murphy does this shit. He pops up for a while, makes a shit movie, and completely disappears off the grid. And he pops back up and rinse repeat. That's what he does. But here's the thing. Eddie Murphy is an even worse candidate because, for one thing, this stuff that Kevin Hart said, Eddie Murphy said some way worse shit back in the 80s.
Oh, yeah. Back in the 80s. I remember like a few years ago, people were on Facebook. I tried watching Eddie Murphy Raw, and all he did was talk about gays, so I turned it off. And I'm like, oh, man. Really?
Yeah, there's no way. The shit he said back then would not fly today. It would not.
Oh, no.
But here's the funny thing about it. There have been so many rumors that Eddie Murphy is bisexual anyway, that it's almost kind of weird that he make homophobic rants, but at the same time, he's tied to bisexuality. So I don't know. Who knows what the fuck going on? So that would be a weird choice for the Oscars. Unless he came out the closet, then he'd be okay for the Oscars. But Yeah, that's all I got to say on that. Eli, you got any? Eli, I know you have something to say on this.
On Kevin Hart?
Yeah.
Well, I've been like fuck Kevin Hart for a while.
Okay. Now go into detail on it. I know you said fuck Kevin Hurt, but I want to know the whole detail behind it because I'm kind of fuzzy on why you're saying that. But I'm curious.
Okay, so and this was like I don't know 4 or 5 years ago. When the whole Redskins controversy started coming back into the limelight. Now, mind you, this isn't the first time the Redskins this has been a controversy. I mean, the Redskins name goes back to decades ago. In fact, my mom protested at the Redskins Super Bowl back in '91 here in Minneapolis when they came here.
Okay.
Yeah, so this whole Redskins name controversy has been going on for a long time. The mascot, that issue with Native Americans. It's been going on. It's nothing new. So fast forward 20 years later or whatever, and, they're trying to change the name of the Redskins. Kevin Hart, I think, was on ESPN or some sports channel, and that topic came up. And Kevin Hart just said a bunch of ignorant comments. Basically, I ain't never heard nobody call nobody a Redskin before. It's not the same as the N-word, blah, 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 blah. Basically trying to monopolize racism or whatever.
Wow.
Like basically undermining Native Americans' oppression, their experience with racism. Him basically admitting that he's never heard that derogatory term before. Basically just paints him as ignorant and just reinforces Native Americans being invisible.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we're never noticed. We're always dismissed. Our voices are hardly ever heard. And he kind of just reinforced that issue, that our point is that we are never heard. And the fact that a football team can publicly insult Native Americans for 100 years is a product of that.
Right.
So to hear him say all this shit, I'm like, really, dude? Like, and he was like, and he was like, and I was watching the interview live, and he was so like astute about what he was saying.
Right.
Like,
was he doing like a comedy routine or something? No,
it wasn't jokes. It wasn't anything. They just got into a discussion about the Redskins, and he was just like, well, I had never heard nobody ever call nobody a Redskins. It's like, well, no shit. That means, you're a black guy. No one's going to call you a Redskin, you dumbass. You know what I mean? So just to see him like, dare I say, act like an ignorant white guy.
Yeah.
Undermining Native Americans, the racism towards Native Americans.
Yeah.
It was just like, dude, what the hell? So that was a big disappointment for me because I wasn't a big fan, but I had seen him before. I never minded him until that. I was like, damn, that was kind of dumb. And ever since then, I've been just like, he's an idiot.
And it comes back to bite him in the ass. So,
yeah.
Like I said, yeah.
The fact that, he insults gay people and that they're a bigger demographic than, I guess, natives.
Right. Like, he can insult you guys, but you better not insult gays.
Yeah.
That's
shit on Native
line.
Americans all he wants, but don't say anything about gay folks.
Right.
That shit'll get you fired.
Exactly. But everybody knows that. And the fucked up part about it that he didn't say this shit like, okay, Eddie Murphy said that bullshit in the 80s. It was completely different, mentality against gays then. Yeah. Or even 2000 when Eminem was out saying all this fucked up shit he was saying. This was in the 2010s when Kevin Hart said this shit. Like, even then you were like, dude, don't say that shit. Like, one thing, here's the thing. I understand comedians are comedians and they do that. But we get to the point now, it's one group you do not make fun of. You can make fun of anybody else. Do not make fun of gays. Everybody knows that. So, I don't know. I don't know what to say. Hey, he made his own bed. He got to sleep with it. Can we move to something else before we say something fucked up and get kicked off there?
You better, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Shit. Now we can move on to the video game section. A lot of shit happened in the video game section, but I don't remember what happened, so we're just gonna kind of just blow through it. The Game Awards came on this weekend, so apparently the Video Game Awards happened. It's the Video Game Oscars. It's the biggest award of the year. And apparently I learned something, Eli. Apparently you don't have to be a game that came out the year of. It could be just whenever it came out. Like I saw games that came out like in 2014 up for awards. You know, who won the big award? Who won the big award? God of War won the big award. That was cool. Red Dead Redemption pretty much won every other award. But you know what? I feel slighted. Because I feel like there was one game that got snubbed that I feel like should have won every single award that was up there.
Which one?
Spider-Man.
Oh, really?
I feel like Spider-Man should have won every award up there, but I realized why Spider-Man didn't win, and I think it's bullshit why Spider-Man didn't win. And I'm going to tell you this. Because, okay, you got Red Dead Redemption, you got God of War. Okay, those games have better graphics. Those games have better sound. They have higher paid, more profile actors like that dude from Stargate 101 or whatever. He's playing Kratos and God of War. And Red Dead Redemption got all these production values, and they spent like $500 million on the production, stuff like that. But guess what? Spider-Man is more fun. It's fun to play. Those other games, you walking around for hours and hours and hours looking for shit to kill. You can't find anybody. You're sitting there. You're changing what your guy looks like, and you're upgrading your son, and you're cussing out your boy or whatever. Spider-Man's just more fun. You wander around, swooping around, zipping around. You go to Avengers Tower. You fight Dr. Octopus. You fight Electro, Vulture. Shit just fucking fun. Don't we play video games to have fun?
We want to, yeah.
I mean, that's what I thought. You know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm the idiot. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't need to watch a 20-minute cutscene.
Exactly. Like, let me just have fun. That's why I would have been. Actually, you know what game I was rooting for that I would hope would win that I don't even play? Fortnite.
Oh.
I wanted
okay.
not because I play the shit. I hate Fortnite. Fuck Fortnite. I just wanted Fortnite to win just so these assholes would get pissed off. Because look, I don't play Fortnite. I think Red Dead is boring. This God of War game I thought was kind of boring also, even though it looks beautiful and got a poignant story and whatever the fuck bullshit. Fortnite is like crack to these kids. There's addiction centers out there trying to get these kids off Fortnite. So you know what that means, Eli? The game must be fun. Some people.
Yes, yeah.
I hadn't heard anybody get addicted to Red Dead Redemption. And heard everybody, I can't stop playing this shit. I heard nobody say that shit. All I hear is people just saying, oh, it's beautiful. Oh, I like to look at it. Oh, I just want to get immersed in the game. And nobody,
those horses' balls, the way they bounce.
Right. We hear about horse balls the whole time, you know. But I never heard nobody saying I'm addicted to Red Dead. I need to go to the addiction center to get with it. Oh, my girlfriend's leaving because I played too much Red Dead Redemption. Never heard that. Heard it about Fortnite. So that game should have won. That's how I feel. Even though I don't play it, it should have won. But guess what? It won in the areas that count. Like, as far as multiplayer game, it won. As far as, like, top streamers, it won. So, yeah, it won. And that's all good. So, yeah. I don't agree with it, but if you like God of War and Red Dead, fucking have at it. What trailers dropped? Mortal Kombat 11 was dropped. That was pretty cool. Had a 21 Savage song, Playing Over, which I thought was kind of, I don't know, weird, but whatever. What other trailer dropped? Devil May Cry demo is out for Xbox, which I don't know why, because nobody has a fucking Xbox. So nobody can play it, so nobody knows what the game looks like. So we'll wait till it comes to another system, we'll see. What else came out? That. Oh, the Switch is getting a Marvel game. They're getting Ultimate Alliance 3.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Which I'm fucking pissed. Shit, what was the game about? It was like, it's about something. Secret War? Is it about Secret Wars? Or Infinity Gauntlet? Or
I don't know.
I forgot
I just saw the link you showed me. I was like, oh, cool.
I'm like, yeah, so I am going to steal my nephew's Switch. For some reason, I'm going to find it. The Black Order. That's what it's called. So you're going to fight the Black Order.
Oh,
So,
okay.
sounds
There you go.
fun, cool. I'm pissed that it's just coming out for the Switch. I mean, put it on a system we can play, man. Shit. That's all I got. Can we move on to the comic section now?
Sure.
Okay, let's actually talk about comics. So this is the bread and butter of the podcast where we talk about comic books. And I actually read some stuff. Eli read some stuff. Eli, can I go first? Can I knock my stuff out?
Go ahead.
Cool. Let's talk about it. Damn, what Doomsday Clock. Which one are we on right now?
Is it 8?
Is it? I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't read it yet, so I did that on purpose because I did it last time.
Okay, you're right. I'll put that burden on you, so I guess it's my turn to take that burden. So whatever one we're on Doomsday Clock on now, I have no idea, but it's the newest one. It's the one with the cat on there. So basically how the book starts off is they were in the Daily Planet, and we got Clark and Lois getting chewed out by Perry White. You know, why aren't you giving me my stories? Give me my stories, blah, blah, blah. And they turn on the news, and they go to Russia. It says an incident going on in Russia right now, and they see Firestorm getting in a fight with, like, the Russian version of the Justice League, called themselves the People's Champs or Choice or whatever. They're beating the shit out of each other. The fight goes sideways, and somehow Firestorm, like it's 100 people in the crowd during the fight, Firestorm somehow turns the Russians into glass. He don't know how he did it, but he freaks out. He runs away. They're like, oh shit, that's not good. So Lois is like, oh, that's fucked up. Isn't it, Clark? And she's like, Clark, where are you? And of course, you know, he's already, this is a job for Superman. He flies off. People in Metropolis sees, and they're like, yeah, Superman's gonna go to Russia and kick Firestorm's ass. You know, but he's not going. He's actually just want to just talk to him. He can't find Firestorm. He knows Firestorm somewhere. He thinks he's still in Russia, so he uses his super hearing, Zack Snyder, you know, to find him. And he finds out that he's in Chernobyl. He's hiding out there because he didn't want anybody to find him. Finds Firestorm down there. Firestorm has a little, like, one of the glass people that he glassed. It's a glass boy there with him. And Superman's like, okay, Firestorm, what the hell are you doing? Why do you have that little boy there? Why do you have that glass boy there? He's like, Superman, I'm trying to turn this boy back. I've never had the power before. My powers don't work on people. So I don't know what just happened, but I'm trying to figure out if I can turn this boy back to normal. I can do it. But Superman, you got to get out of here because I might accidentally go nuclear and mess you up. He's like, don't worry about me. I'll be fine. I'm Superman. Fix the boy. So he concentrates hard as he can, and he fixed the boy. You know, Superman smiles like, of course. I knew it was going to work because I'm Superman, you know. So we go back the next day, and in the Red Square, we see Vladimir Putin waging war on the United States. Because he like, Firestorm is an agent of the United States. He just killed 100 of our people. That's war. Bottom line is what it is. But then before it happens, Superman flies down, tries to calm Vladimir Putin down. He like, look, Firestorm didn't kill anybody. He can save these people. He didn't hurt anybody. And then he gets on the podium of the Red Square also. He starts talking to the people. He starts saying, oh, the planet I come from, Krypton, they died because the world government couldn't unite and they disagreed too much. And I want to make sure my adopted planet does it. And before he can keep talking, he gets a phone call from Batman. And Batman's like, Clark, you dumbass. Stop talking. Shut the fuck up. Don't pick a side. And Superman's looking around, and then he touches the thing to hang up on Batman. He just keeps on talking. He's like, Firestorm did nothing wrong. You shouldn't demonize superhumans. You shouldn't demonize anybody. And before he does that, Vladimir Putin just looks at him like, wait, so Superman, are you on Firestorm's side? Because if you're on his side, and you're on the superhuman side, and you're on America's side, then we have a problem. And Superman's like, wait, I didn't say. Before he could do that, Firestorm pops back up. It flies out of nowhere with the boy in his hand saying, I can save him, don't worry. But Putin is pissed. Putin's like, shoot him on sight. So everybody pulls a gun on Firestorm, shoot him, but he got the boy still in his hand. So before the bullets even hit him, Superman jumps in the way and blocks the bullets. And Batman's just like, oh, fuck this dumbass, you know. And then the tanks start to, the Russian tanks start rushing at Firestorm also because Putin wants him dead, gone. And then while the tanks are rushing at Firestorm, they're crushing the glass people that Firestorm is trying to save. And Superman sees it. He's like, no. So he punches the tank. Everybody sees it on national news. They like, Superman attacks a tank, and all they say is Superman wages war on Russia. They're like, oh shit, this is really fucked up. And then Firestorm somehow can't control the power because they keep attacking him, shit like that, and he explodes. And he explodes so much that every TV screen goes out, and when it goes out, not Omarosa, Ozymandias, that guy, Yeah. Yeah. Ozymandias is sitting in
Damn,
the
this is wild ass shit.
yeah. So Ozymandias is looking at the screen and he's like, "So it's begun." The end. I'm like, "What the fuck just happened?"
Yeah.
Yes, it's some other shit I left out of there, like Spookman went to Kondak and like, Black Adam told him to get the fuck out, other shit like that. Wild ass book, easily the best book that they've had in Doomsday Clock one time. Honestly, this reads like a one shot. And where they go from this, I have no fucking idea. And Batman even hinted at that it wasn't even Firestorm the whole time doing this shit. It might have been Dr. Manhattan doing the bullshit to escalate, the planet. Basically turn DC's world into Watchmen world. So if that makes sense, that would make sense why Superman tries to fight him in the end. So, man, this is a 5 out of 5 for me. I'm like, shit. My mind was blown reading this shit. Jeff Johns did it again. So, yeah, that's all I got.
All right. Well, speaking of minds blown, Immortal Hulk #10.
Okay.
Now, this shit's bugged out, B. Yeah, this is some wild ass shit. So basically, picking up where we left off last issue, Hulk and the Absorbing Man are fighting at the Gamma Ray base. Absorbing Man has basically sucked all the gamma out of the Hulk, but in doing so, basically sucked out the demon that was inside the Hulk, the Devil Hulk, and which turned him nuts. So he's in sort of his own mind going crazy, but his body looks like the Thing from John Carpenter's The Thing, all fucked up, and his spine is hanging out and shit. So they continue fighting, and which is just crazy. Hulk like rips out his spine with his skull and is like beating him with it and shit.
Fuck. Okay.
Yeah, Alpha Flight shows up and trying to stop him. Puck and Sasquatch are all kind of there, telling him to stand down and shit. Absorbing Man goes running away, trying to find the Green Door, which is basically the spot where the first gamma bomb went off.
New Mexico, right?
Yep, turned Banner into the Hulk. So that's where Absorbing Man goes to. He gets to the spot, and like this big giant, like lightning bolt of gamma radiation just kind of blasts off and kind of turns the world weird and shit. They're like, what the fuck happened? And the Hulk's like, we're here. We've always been here. Where everybody's always been. It's like, welcome to hell. And it just shows this big wasteland, apocalyptic landscape. And that's where it ends. So,
damn.
Just crazy. This book just continues to be just nuts.
Yeah, I think that Immortal Hulk might be Marvel's best book right now.
But this and like Venom, and then the Punisher. I'm trying to think of all the Venom books I got on my list.
Yeah.
I mean, all the Marvel books on my list. But yeah, this is one of them, and this is just nuts, man. Continues to be just a crazy book, but cool. It's still cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Now, I want to make an observation. Because everything you're saying, it kind of reminds me of that 2003 Hulk movie.
Yeah, that's.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because, like I said, the end of the movie, right? He was fighting his father.
Yeah.
But in the movie, his father had the same powers as the Absorbing Man.
I don't remember, but.
Yeah, he had the same powers as the Absorbing Man. He
Is that why? I haven't seen that movie in a while. So.
Yeah, I was like, it's weird as fuck because technically he was Absorbing Man, even though they didn't call him Absorbing Man. He was David Banner or whatever like that. So it seemed like you just reading the same story, but just better.
With no Hulk dogs.
Right, with no Hulk dogs. And right. One of them dogs bit his dick in that movie.
It did. I can't remember.
It did. I was like, why would you even do a scene like that? I don't know. We talked about the movie way too long. I guess. Shit, can I go next?
Oh, 4 out of 5. Yeah, fuck it. I didn't even.
4 out of 5. Cool. Okay. Yeah, another Marvel book. And here's the thing, Eli. The next book I'm gonna read, review. Like I said, I'm morally obligated to review these books, but this one I actually felt like was fun. I hate to give a review score before, but this was Killmonger #1. Okay.
Okay, yeah, I almost picked this up, but I had such a big pile of crap in my thing.
Oh, I get it. I
like,
get it. But I feel like I have to review Killmonger. And the thing is, I didn't really have to because it's only a miniseries anyway. They announced that it is just a 5-part miniseries. But I've been actually hearing good things about it, so I went ahead and picked it up. So basically what's going on, the book starts off with Killmonger just beating the fuck out of Black Panther, picking him up, get ready to throw him off Warriors Fall, just like we all remember from the movies and the comics and blah, 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 stuff like that. But actually, we're going back to before all that happened. We start back when he's in MIT. Because yes, he's an MIT graduate. That's actually in the comics also back in the 70s or whatever. So he's at MIT talking to his guidance counselor. His guidance counselor said, I got all these jobs marked up for you. You can go to Silicon Valley. You can go this. You can go to Google. You can go anywhere you want to go. You want to go to Harlem? Like, what's in Harlem? I got some business. I got to take care of Harlem. But it's none of your business. I have to go there. And she just looked, why are you looking at me like that? He was like, oh, you know why. And next thing you know what happens, they have sex the next day. And Killmonger gets up and looks at her, who she's a white woman. And before he walks out the door, he says, colonizer. And then walks out the door while she's still asleep. So the reason... yeah.
That reminds me of that Chris Rock routine where he's talking about his uncle or whatever who's married to a white lady.
Well, shit, tell me that.
When the revolution comes, I'll kill her first.
I remember that one.
Just to let these crackers know I mean business.
That's a real revolutionary. But back to okay. So basically what's going on, the reason he's going to Harlem is because he's looking out for Claw. Now, for those that only seen the movie and don't know what happened in the comics, Claw killed Killmonger's parents and kidnapped him from Wakanda and stranded him in the United States where he couldn't get back. So he's trying to get revenge on Claw. He's got a sniper rifle on the roof, and Claw's in the middle of doing basically a dirty drug deal where he's doing human trafficking. He stepped his game up now. So before Killmonger can actually, snipe his ass from the roof, he gets stopped by some female assassin. But he still was able to get one shot off. Claw hears a shot. He was like, "We've been made. We gotta get out of here." So Claw bails out, and then the female assassin, kidnaps Killmonger and takes him back to her boss. So she takes the mask off and she sees the boss, and he's like, "Yeah, my name is King, and he said the female assassin name is Knight, and it's my boy. This is Rook." And Killmonger cuts him out. "Fuck y'all. Y'all can't do shit to me. Y'all stop me from killing Claw." He was like, "Calm down. I understand why you want to kill him, but I'm not the bad guy. The guy behind you is the bad guy." And you hear a voice, "Turn him around." They turn Killmonger around, and it's the Kingpin staring Killmonger right in the face while he's tied up and shit. And Kingpin just looks at him. He's like, "Look, I get it. I don't know why you want to kill Claw, but knowing Claw, I'm pretty sure you have a good reason for doing that. But you can't kill Claw because he's on my payroll right now doing the deal for me. So you're screwing up business. If you would have killed him, that's bad look for me. So give me one good reason why I shouldn't kill you." And Killmonger basically says, "Fuck you, fat man. If you're going to kill me, kill me." Okay. "King, get him out of my sight. Get rid of him." And they throw him. King takes him, but instead of killing him, he just throws him out of the car and just says, "Look, get out of Harlem. Get out of New York. Don't ever come back here again. This is your one chance." And, of course, Killmonger goes back to his house in Harlem. So he goes back to his house in Harlem, pissed off what his next move is going to be because he can't find Claw because Claw, ran for it. But before he can figure out his next move, an assassin breaks through the front door, tries to kill him. He don't know where the assassin came from. They get to fighting. Killmonger kills him by throwing him out through a window or something like that, and he's dead. And then he turns around, and the same guy, King, claps his hand. "Good job." He like, "Wait, so you knew I was gonna come back here?" "Yeah, I knew you were gonna come back here because obviously, if you're good enough to track, Claw down, you must have some skills. So we want to know. Kingpin want to know where you came from." And he looks at the wall of where he came from. He's like, "Oh, you trying to go back to Africa? Like, what the hell? You want to kill Claw that bad?" Like, "Yes, I want to kill Claw that bad." Like, "Well, I tell you what, you join up with me, and maybe we'll cross paths with Claw again, and I'll let you kill him." And Killmonger has no choice. He's like, "Okay, I'm gonna roll with you guys for a little while we figure out what the hell's going on. But as soon as I kill Claw, I'm out." And then they go back to his base on Long Island. For some reason, he can talk to Bass. He's talking to Bass about what his next move should do, and that female assassin Knight, walks out and sees him like, okay, you must be really crazy, huh? And like, nah, I'm not crazy. And then she looks at him like, why are you looking at me like that? And Killmonger just says, oh, you'll find out when I know you well enough. And the book ends. So, pretty cool book. Like I said, as far as a Black Panther book, it's the best Black Panther book I've read this year. Pretty entertaining, pretty cool. Killmonger is a anti-hero, which is kind of weird. It was like really interesting, like a really interesting character to just the way they did him. He's an assassin. He beats the fuck out of people. He's teaming up with the New York underworld. He's got ties to Wakanda. Interesting story, man. They got something with him. I give it a 4.5 out of 5.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Yeah, I thought I saw it and I was like, damn. But I had like a pile of books. I'm like, man, I can't flow like that this week.
I wanted to, but like I said, I'm morally obligated to read these books. So.
Yeah. No, I hear you. Okay, I guess the only other book I got is Bully Wars #4 from Image, Scotty Young and Aaron Conley, Jean-Francois Beaulieu or whatever on colors. And this just continues to be a lot of fun. What's his name? Rufus is the Bully Wars have finally begun. The nerds are helping him out through all these obstacle courses. It's just really over the top, cartoony, shenanigans. He's facing off with some of the bullies. There's this one bully, I forget her name, but she can eat a lot. He ends up like throwing all this food at her, and she eats herself into this big giant like Jabba the Hutt creature, and then ends up puking. And it's like really gross. This big pile of puke, like river of vomit, washes him down the hallways and shit. The labyrinth of lockers. It's like this big giant wasteland of lockers that they have to find their way through and basically win these wars. And the deal is, if the nerds help him win, then he will not bully them. So that's what's been going on. He finally, at the end of the book, he meets up with I forget, Zitz or whatever, the guy, the main bully of the high school. He meets up with them, and that's kind of where the book ends. But like I said, this continues to be a lot of fun. I recommend it for kids. 8 and up, I think they would love this shit. Very, very cartoony, very over the top, super exaggerated cartoon hijinks. So yeah, I give it a 4 out of 5. This is still just fun.
Oh, okay. Bully Wars. Last book I got is Martian Manhunter #1.
Okay, yeah. Another one I was looking at, and I thought, shit.
Yeah. Like I said, Martian Manhunter. Now, here's the thing. I know why you're thinking, why the fuck am I reviewing Martian Manhunter when we had all these other books that we could read? Here's the thing, Eli. Believe it or not, I'm morally obligated to read this one too. Yeah. For those that don't know what the hell I'm talking about, I'm going to go into detail in a little while, but right now I'm going to review the book. So, basically what the book is about is that, like I said, we're looking at, for those who don't know, Martian Manhunter's secret identity is John Jones. John Jones is a detective. I think he's in Gotham. They didn't really specify where he was, but anyway, he's a police detective. And he's at a crime scene, monitoring the crime scene, trying to see what's going on. And when they're not looking, he's like his Martian powers to basically solve the crime. So he goes into the kid's bedroom to see like what happened, see if there was a stroke, some shit like that. And he sees something that freaks him the fuck out, but he doesn't explain what happened. His partner walks in the room. His partner named Diane sees him and see, John, what's going on? Why are you freaking out? He like, nah, nothing. I saw something. I ate something bad. Let's go ahead and get out. And they get out of there because they're like, CSI is about on their way to come up here. So there's really nothing else we can do. All we can do is get the report and that's it. So while they drive back, meanwhile, we get a flashback to Mars. And it turns out back in Mars, John Jones was also a cop there. But here's the twist. He was a crooked cop. He was basically Denzel from Training Day over in Mars. So he was shaking down drug dealers. He was shaking down whorehouses. he was getting money from anywhere. Mob bosses, he was on their payroll, running security, and they were like, you either do this for me or you blow the whistle on them, and they're like, you got to do this job, blow the whistle on you. So basically, you seen Training Day, you seen the thing. That's what John Jones was. So while he's doing all this shit on the take and doing all the dirty shit in Mars, he goes back home. Goes back home to his family. He's got a wife and kid there. And he asks the kid, have you done your homework? Kid's done his homework. The wife's cooking and stuff like that. They eating dinner. And he looks at the son. He like, don't you have some more homework to do? Or don't you have to go to your room or something? He like, sure, Dad. So when the kid, little blob Martian like that, runs in the back room, John looks at his wife. He like, oh, yeah. And they have sex. Like weird Martian sex. Now, what Martian sex is, they basically combine into one giant blob together. Some shit and move around.
Yeah, that's hot.
Yeah, I thought so. Who needs Tumblr? So okay, so after they mind meld stuff like that, they disconnect and stuff like that, and apparently when Martians have sex, they can read each other's mind and know everything that's going on. So she read John's mind. She's like, John, wait, you want to have another baby? And John's like, yeah, I want to have another kid. He was like, well, I want to have another kid with you too, but I can't have a kid with you because Mars is supposed to open up their minds completely to each other, but there's a part of your mind that you blocked off that I can't see, and why don't you let me see what's going on? He like, I don't want to show you that side of me because I don't want you to see the stuff I see on my daily beat as a policeman. He don't want her to see all the dirty shit he's really doing, But he just says that he like, you're lying to me, and until you tell me the truth, we're not gonna have another baby. Cut back to the present time. John and Diane, the detective are driving. They're gonna go get some cheeseburgers, some shit, and somehow John gets a flashback where he sees his dead son in front of him on the road. It's not there, but he thinks he sees it. So he drives off the side of the road, off the cliff, into a tree, and the car starts to catch on fire. And Diane said, "Oh, the car's on fire. We got to get out of here, John." And she turns around. She's like, "John," but fire hurts them. And it turns him back into the Martian Manhunter, where she didn't know who he was. So she's like, John, what the hell are you? And that's how the book cuts off, while the car's on fire and shit. So overall, good book. Much better than the last Martian Manhunter run, which fucking sucked. This was actually pretty good. Let's go back to what he was saying before, like I'm morally obligated to read this book. Yes, John Jones' secret identity is a black man. And here's the thing, what I want everybody to know that haven't figured this out yet. The black nerds have claimed or co-opted Martian Manhunter. He's ours now. You can't have him. Sorry. So, yeah, I don't know when that happened. I don't know how it happened. It was before he even got the black secret identity, but just people just started saying, oh, he's a black superhero, even though I think that's not really the case because he just happens to be not white, but I just think he's ethnic or some shit, Doesn't help the fact that everybody who plays him is black. I think it's kind of like, you remember Thundercats?
Yeah.
Remember Panthro?
Yeah, he's the Black Panther.
Right, but that's the thing. Everybody just assumed
he
he was black on the show, even though he's not black. Or even Dragon Ball Z, Piccolo, the green one. Everybody just assumed Piccolo was black. So before John Jones and Martian Manhunter even had the black secret identity, people just saying, "Oh, he's black." And I think that's a kind of a fucked up mentality we shouldn't have. Just because the guy is not white, we think if he's an alien of a different color, he must be ethnic. And maybe that's something we shouldn't be doing, but I don't know. Black nerds claim him. You can't. No takebacks. I don't know. Did I read the book? Yeah, 4 to 5. Cool. I'll pick up the next one. I'll see what's going on. That's all I got. Any more books you got?
Oh, that's all I got. It's a light week.
Okay. Yeah, I thought it was a bunch of books, but I didn't feel like reading all this shit. So, yeah, like I said, if you listen this long, definitely like, share, and subscribe. We got a bunch of other podcasts going on. We got our sister podcast, Geek Savs. We have Comic Cast, who's going to read a whole bunch of books that we didn't do. So if you want to get comic reviews, go listen to them. This Geeks and Comics. Don't know what they got going on. Sad news this week. Eli, Instruments of Destruction. Are they done or what?
No, I just listened to their new episode. They said they are not done.
Okay, so they did not get Thanos now.
And they said that, yeah, like that they even shout out to us said Leroy's giving fake news that they're going to be done. And they're not.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop doing it.
In some shape or form, they're going to be talking about that universe or whatever. It's just that actual run or whatever's done that they were into.
Okay, there'll be
I
New
don't know.
52 or something. I don't know.
Something,
New,
yeah.
all different.
They don't know where. I guess that's the thing. They don't know what. There's been no announcement of where the new Transform, where that Hasbro universe is going to go to. So
Oh well.
they
We'll
say
figure
they're
it out.
not done.
Okay, we'll figure that out. AKA David knows. I know he knows. I'll shake him down. We also have Get Valiant. We talk about Valiant books. We also have Hulu TV.
Yeah.
Talk about Valiant books. Talking Vols. I don't know if they're still a thing. Football season is over with, so hopefully they're done kicking our ass in the in the ratings. Every month. So until next football season when they kick our ass again. All I got, like I said, next week I don't know what happens next week. We're gonna talk about some shit next week when it happens. We'll get there. Until then, this is Leroy.
This is Eli.
We'll talk to you guys next week. Same bullet time, same bullet channel. Okay, cool. Let me cut this bad boy off and